So this has to be a very belated blog post. It's been nearly a year since our last post in this series about the building a recording studio in King's Cross. We've been delighted at how it's all worked out, and we've had a good year of using these studios and getting them really spot on for how we like to use them. Is that going to go in focus? Yeah. Loving this room. Concentrated on making this room look, this hallway rather, look really nice, because this is where producers tend to spend most of their time. Directors in there with me, producers sitting there making numerous telephone calls. So here's my room. Okay. Got a little skylight there, as we did before. The electric motor with a shutter, but most directors like the natural light actually. It's got my little box of tricks there. So all of my analog synths go into these preamps here. I chucked away all my new, well I didn't chuck away, I sold all my new synths. So the Moog Voyager went and has been replaced with a Moog Prodigy. My Dave Smith's gone, Polyevolver's gone, and has been replaced with this pristine Prophet VS. I think digital's the new black, so I'm very happy about that. Okay. I've recently downscaled the amount of IT that I use. I used to have 2 Mac Pros and a couple of PCs, so I used to have lots of screens, and I've actually found that the new Mac, Darth Vader helmets can handle everything really. So it's just really nice to go back to one screen and get a clear view to my BM15As. This is my rack of toys. So all my synths get summed in via this Neve summing mixer. So basically I just like to keep my studio simple. I've got 8 inputs basically into my main rig. So I have my piano mics, kind of hardwired, I have room mics, and then I have a set of floating mics, and then just all of my synths get summed into 2 channels. Love the 33609. I wouldn't put anything other than the Manley across strings, and I don't think the plug-in versions sound like these at all. I've A/B'd them and they're quite different. And that's the piano that we made into our felt piano, and also was the piano I used on Poirot, the very last Poirot. So we killed Poirot with that piano. This isn't wired in yet, but this is my pedal board, which we've just moved. Love these step wahs and seek wahs and step ring mods from Zvex. My wife bought me this vintage Neutron biphase, and I didn't ask for it. It just was a complete surprise as a Christmas present. And I think my wife is too cool to be married to me. Buying presents like that is brilliant. This is very similar to the Sequoia actually. It's kind of an original one, and you can't beat the ring mod, the Muga Fuga. And then some of you may have heard this one already, but this is my real pride and joy. My Uphone. Just go around. You have to keep the glass rods clean, otherwise they don't resonate. But as you guys know, we took this out of here down to, or some of you will know, down to Airedale, and made a library out of it. So just have a little look at the machine room. This used to be crammed full of IT, so it's actually a bit of a mess. But now it's just, that's it. Everything runs from these Thunderbolt SSDs, all from Darth Vader's helmet. Here are all my lovely silly toys. There we go. And I enjoy the daylight. Sometimes when I'm just feeling a bit cooped up, I'll just open the machine room door, and so there we go. So let's go through Paul's room, I happen to know, is not as tidy as mine because Paul is full on doing a mad TV series at the moment that's taking up loads of his time. This is what a busy studio looks like. Mr. Paul, I won't show your screen just in case you've been NDA'd on anything. So Paul's got much kind of fresher, newer analog synths than me, which is quite a good kind of balance between the two rooms, and we're all tie-lined here. So how are you finding it, Paul?
Great. It's a great sounding room and nice and easy to work in, very straightforward, lots of good kind of wiring set up so that it's incredibly easy to kind of just quickly bung a couple of mics up and start recording. And we've also, as Christian said, we've tie-lined the rooms together so we can be recording in here while the players are in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very ergonomical. I've got a kind of slightly different setup in terms
Slightly less gothic.
Yes. So I can push the keyboard away when I want to start mixing, and yeah, it's very ergonomic. Very ergonomic.
I'm just going to have a look at, just do a bit of kit porn.
Gear porn.
What are your favourites?
Everything, I put my kind of mixes through the API EQ, 5500 here,
Right.
and the Manley Varimu tube compressor. Just
It's kind of sound nicer.
yeah, absolutely. And then individual tracks sometimes go through like the SSL compressor here.
Right.
Or the Red 3 is nice for recording through. People use it as a kind of mix bus compressor, but it's also got a great kind of pre-stage in it. So I quite like the sound that it gives you when you put stuff through it.
Brilliant.
And then obviously the Neve, we've got some Neve.
They are brilliant, those, aren't they?
Here.
And just,
yeah.
I can never hear the difference, but I just find stuff easier to mix.
Yes.
When it goes through it. And my favourite, the JX3P, and then that's a busy composer. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, set up for guitar sessions. It's quite useful to have a guitar cabin here,
And
even though you've got the machine.
Gotcha.
Lines, as long as you turn it up nice and loud, you get a nice.
Absolutely. And are you still using the slaves, or
No.
So it's just like me. It's all
Everything's on the
Darth Vader's helmet.
Darth Vader helmet. Yeah. So all on one machine now. Pro Tools running in the background with the video running.
Yeah.
And then Logic with all of the VIs and audio stuff.
Brilliant.
And then the only other bit of outboard is the TC6000.
Yes. Likewise. We don't say it's the best reverb, it's just the reverb that everyone uses. So if you want to make music that sounds like the movies,
Yes.
get your hands on the VSS3 algorithm. Thanks, Paul. I'll let you get on.
Okay.
Take care.
Cheers.